Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Right, we're going to view this as a test event. Good evening, Trev. Good evening, Paul Deering, Paul Hayward, Amy Green, John Hettlewhite, Sebastian Bott. Thanks for joining me. Yoko as well. Thanks for joining. We're going to consider this a test event for next week. So we're going to start proper next week because I made a mistake in that I didn't realise that events created in the Film My Run Club calendar were not actually viewable by the general public. So nobody knows about it apart from a post that I put up earlier on yesterday. But of course nobody could join without clicking a link, so it's a bit difficult for people to join. So we are considering this a test event for next week. this will be in the public calendar next Thursday. And then we will continue for 11 weeks, doing one badge a week. Hopefully we will attract some new runners who haven't got any of the badges yet. Hello Leo, yeah, back on again. Not for very long though. Paul Deering actually does need this badge. Wow. Okay, well, let's get this done for Paul Deering. And somebody else has said they're not sure if they have this one. Who's that? Amy. Amy's not sure if she's got this one either. Oh, well, we might have 2 people get their badge today then, that's good. And Paul Hayward as well. Right, okay, so it's all worth it. Well then, this was totally worth it! Exclamation mark. Well, that's good. So there are at least 2 or 3 people who actually don't have the badge who have joined us today, so that's nice. So yeah, next week it'll be properly available in the calendar for people to join, and hopefully we can get some people their achievement badges who haven't got any yet, and we'll get some, well, maybe meet some new people. You never know, it might happen. Victoria's already got all of her badges, so she did that during lockdown. Any events coming up this weekend? What, in the real world or on Zwift? There's nothing particular on Zwift apart from continuing Tour de Zwift. So it'll be stage 8 of Tour de Zwift tomorrow, I think, and then from then on, it will be catch-up week next week for Tour de Zwift. So this badge is about 6 kilometres, I think. 7 kilometres rather. Outdoors. Yeah, I'm running for something called Dark Star on Sunday, which will be fun. It's flat, but it's muddy. So yeah, Dark Star River Marathon this weekend, just for a bit of fun. Nothing special, just essentially a training run. Yeah, and Saturday evening we've got the Paris Marathon long run training as well. Are you okay back there, Yoko? Full stop. Do you want me to run with you? Question mark. So we don't want to leave anybody behind. Paul Hayward's just catching us up. Actually, Yoko looks like she's trying to go a bit quicker as well. Okay, Yoko's happy at 10. Right, Paul Deering says, I seem to remember, Stephen, you promising to do more parkruns this year. Yes, that's true. I do need to do more parkruns. I am definitely going to do more parkruns. However, beating last year's total will not be hard, because I think I did 2 parkruns last year. So, as long as I do 3 parkruns this year, That'll be one more than last year. I'll see. Yeah, I'm going to try and do more park runs. In fact, Victoria needs to do park runs for her training programme, so we might well be there on Saturday if we can persuade the kids to get up. 1 kilometre down, 5.5 to go. I've always liked these roads in New York. Daft question, says Leo. Are you sure that calf muscles affect shins? If I'm honest, Leo, I'm not sure, but I think they must do. I think there's, it just goes without saying that the stronger your calf muscles are, the stronger the ligaments are in the front of your leg, and therefore the less likely you are to have shin splints and those kind of problems. But from a medical perspective, or from like a physiological perspective, I don't know how it's all connected up. Paul Haywood says, my 76-year-old friend is aiming for 100 park runs this year to celebrate 100 years of insulin. Oh, aiming for 100 park runs to celebrate 100 years of insulin. And he's on 96 park runs. Only 4 to go. Yeah, I think it must all be connected, Leo. So if you've got sore calf muscles, probably means damage to your calf muscles, overworked calf muscles, and the same thing that's caused the damage in your calves is going to have an effect on your shins as well, and the ligaments down there. So, yeah, I imagine it's connected. So we're going at a steady 10 kilometres an hour. We'll keep this up for most of the run. If people want to sprint off in the last kilometre, that's fine. Take us another 33 minutes or so to do this. 30 minutes actually. 5k at 6 kilometres an hour will be 30 minutes, won't it? So we're at 5.2k to go now. Yoko is catching us up a little bit, so that's good. Does anyone have any catching up to do with the tour? Question mark. I missed 5 and 6. There you go, Leo. Jeff Partridge says most leg injuries seem to originate higher up in movement chain, so the hips or the glutes. Yeah, often the way, if you've got weak glute muscles or weak lower back muscles, weak hip flexors, that will contribute to injury lower down, yes, for sure. Yeah, you might be. So, Leo, Just be careful that you're not at the beginning of shin splints. You know what I'm going to tell you, don't you? Slow down. Slow down and do all of that trail running you love. Don't go hard on the concrete. Yeah, don't run hard on the tarmac on the roads. Run easy on the trails, Leo. Maybe instead of doing 5 miles hard on the road, do 10 miles easy on the trails. You know what I mean by easy. I mean really stupid easy. What badge did Clive get at the weekend, Paul? Paul Hayward says, I've been wanting another badge ever since Clive got his new one at the weekend. What new one did he get? Anybody got any gossip? I know, maybe I was there, Paul, but I have no idea. I can't remember. I cannot remember. Brain like a sieve, Paul. It's nice and relaxed, this, isn't it? Nice and chilled, nice and easy. Mark, good evening to you. How are the legs? Anybody watching this who've not been around for a while, Mark has just completed a mega January. What's it called? I call it the accumulator, but Mark, was it 496? The 496 or something? 476? Anyway. Yeah, so every day, Mark ran the day of the week, so if it was the 2nd of January, he ran 2 kilometres. If it was the 10th of January, he ran 10 kilometres. If it was the 25th of January, he ran 25 kilometres. So you can see, as it gets towards the end of the month, Mark was doing loads of miles each day. And he says he found the Film My Run 500 hard today. Yeah, but do you know what, though? I found it hard work today. 2.5 kilometres done, 4.2 to go. Hey, 4.2 kilometres, we could set the treadmills at 12% and do another Film My Run 500 from here. Amy says, no thank you. Oh, Sebastian is running at 2.5%. Nice one. Yeah, I didn't think you'd be up for that somehow. Heart rate 128, keeping it in zone 2. Yeah, last month, January, Mark Mansueto did 506 kilometres, his biggest month ever by far. Jeff Partridge says spine entries tomorrow. He says even you can afford the Challenger. I would love to, Jeff. I'd love to. I think my wife would kill me again if I entered another race. Paul Hayward's heart rate is not showing. 131 for me at the moment. It looks quite dark in here, doesn't it? Wonder why that camera 4, that one there, wonder why that's so dark. Yeah, hashtag van for Victoria. Yeah, exactly. Screens for Victoria, van for Victoria. I think there was something else this morning as well, wasn't there? Right, looks like I'm bringing up the rear at the moment. Let me just move forward a little bit, shall I? Three and a half kilometres left of our test event for Bag That Badge. So Bag That Badge starts officially next week. I've just decided that. We were supposed to start this week, but technical glitch means that the event wasn't available publicly. So it was only available to people in my Film My Run club. So, thanks to Trev Wilson for finding that out, by the way. So, we will have it publicly available from next week. So we'll start proper next week. Fingers crossed we'll have a few new faces to welcome. Amy says, it's funny, we're all running the same speed, but separated out. Yeah, it is weird like that sometimes, how it works. I quite often find myself, if I set myself at one particular pace, and I know everyone else is doing the same pace, I quite often find myself falling off the back, and I have to kind of increase the speed a little just to catch up. I think often when it's people using foot pods, the foot pods are quite erratic, and so they'll jump ahead and, they'll go faster or slower, and kind of maybe the average of it all, they go a bit quicker. But actually most of us here are using smart treadmills, aren't we? I think. Who's using a foot pod and who's using a smart treadmill? Yeah, rounding the speeds, Paul. That's true. Oh, a close up. Hello, close up. Yeah, Sebastian and me are on the My Run. Amy is on the Noble Pro. John Hepplewhite, what are you using? Is John Hepplewhite on a Noble Pro as well? Yeah, so John's on a Noble Pro. Paul Deering's on the Smart Life T3, which is also smart, connected directly to Zwift. Trev, what are you using? Yoko's on a Precore. So, is anyone on this run using a foot pod? Question mark. This could be a first. And when I say a foot pod, I mean a foot pod for speed, not for cadence, because some people are using a foot pod for cadence. Yeah, Soul TT8 for Paul Hayward, so he's on a smart treadmill. Okay, is this a first on Zwift? Everyone in the run is using a smart treadmill. Well, that's interesting. I know there are only 9 of us. Rev Wilson's on a Noble Pro. Yeah. Right, first time ever that everyone in the run is on a smart treadmill. So, we can say that's a Film My Run first as well. I'm going to announce that in the Facebook group later on. That we did a run, even though there was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 of us. But all 8 of us are on smart treadmills. Honestly, yeah, Amy, it's quite impressive. That is quite a significant first, you know. Well, Yoko's on a Precore, she says. She's on a Precore 465, which Precore might have the Wahoo Gem connection. History being made. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry, it's Kevin who says that. Yeah, Kevin. I think you might be right, Kevin. I don't know, but Yoko does tend to up and down her speed anyway with her treadmill, but yeah, Yoko's got like odd. Yeah, that's true actually. Yoko's pace is changing a little bit, so it could be Yoko's using a foot pod. It's still good though. I'm still impressed. Yoko, are you wearing a foot pod for speed? Question mark. Okay, so yeah, Yoko is wearing a foot pod, yes. Alright then, so one person is wearing a foot pod. Yoko, you know you can get a module to make your treadmill a smart treadmill? Question mark. So you don't need to use a foot pod and your speed will be more consistent. I am quite sure the pre-core treadmills Magna says, I'm using the run sensor from NPE. It's accurate, but it's slowing a bit down every time you step on the belt. Yes. Yeah, because that's the nature of running on a treadmill. When you step on the belt, it does slow down. I wasn't a big fan of the run sensor because I kept kicking it off the treadmill. Okay, there we go. 4 kilometers done. 2.2 to go. Four and a half kilometers done. Yeah, Magna tries to keep his kids away from it. Good plan, good plan. Right, steady at 6 kilometers an hour. Sorry, 6 minutes per kilometer. Right, my Zwift seat keeps locking up. Let's see if that helps. Two kilometers to go, guys. 2 kilometers left. Although, if you haven't got the badge, you do need to keep running until you get the badge. So make sure you keep running until the badge pops up for you. Still in zone 2, 128 BPM at the moment with just over a mile to go. And we're running around the Schumann Trail now, so we'll come and do this one in a few weeks' time as well. Once or twice around the reservoir in the middle of New York. Hello, Julio Rodriguez. Hi there. $5K done. Let's go and drop some ride-ons on everybody. So there's Yoko heading up the front. Trev Wilson. Yoko's just slowing down, actually. Well done, Trev. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, Sebastian. Paul Deering, who hopefully will get his badge soon. Amy Green, we think she might be up for the badge as well. John Hepplewhite, we think is it John or Paul? Either John or Paul is also in need of this badge. So we've got, we think, 2 or 3 people who hopefully will get the Ouch to Sky K badge at the end of this. Camera 4 is dark, isn't it? Hello. You're very dark. Very dark. 1.4k to go. You're dropping ride-ons to me. Thank you very much.
Ride on.
Munier, thank you. Amy says, I should have checked before the run. Well, if you get it, you get it. If you've got it already, it doesn't matter, does it? See, I'm falling back again, aren't I? Yeah, you'll find out soon, Amy. That's it. That's true enough. Just over a kilometre to go. That's 7 minutes left to run. Okay, 1 kilometre to go. 1k left, guys. Keep running until you get the badge. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift Running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod, like the Zwift Pod or the Stride. But you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. Okay, 700 meters to go. Oh, I've forgotten to put my camera on that one, haven't I? Fixed. Just need to remember to save it when I've finished. 500 meters. Heart rate still in zone 2, 130, so a good, nice, easy zone 2 run. So 400 or 500 meters and we'll see what people have got, whether they are collecting the badge or not. Don't forget to let everyone know if you do get the badge at the end. $400 meters. Yoko's in zone 3. That's okay, Yoko. Not a big problem. No worries, Seb. We're nearly there. Let's see who gets their badge. Yeah, Amy's in zone 3 as well. That's alright. Zone 3 isn't so bad, really. $200 meters. Should start to see the finish line in a minute. Couple of minutes to go. Yeah, Sebastian's on 3.5% incline now. He's in zone 3. Maybe we don't get a finish line. This is not a race, is it? Maybe we just end. I don't know. I can't see a finish line, can you? Only 100 meters to go. Can anyone see a finish line? Okay, now if you don't get the badge when we finish, just keep running until you get it. Yeah, no finish line for me either. Mark says, nice work everyone. Thank you, Mark. No finish line for Yoko either. So let's just see what happens. Let us know, everyone. Right, that's it. Run is finished. Have you got your badge? Keep on going if you haven't got your badge. Paul Deering has the badge. Okay, well done. Yeah, you got the badge. Amy got the badge. Well done. Right, I think we're done then. I think we can slow down. If you didn't get the badge, it probably means that you already have the badge. So I haven't got the badge, obviously, because I've already got the badge. And John Hepplewhite got it as well. Brilliant. So 3 people. Well, that really is excellent. 3 people getting their achievement badge. Nice. Yeah, that really is good. So Paul Hayward got it. And Amy Green got it. John Hepplewhite got it. And put 4 people. In fact, 4 people got it. Four people got their badge. Brilliant. I'm really pleased with that because I just assumed this was like just a fun run with people from the FMR team, and most people had already got their badge. But well done, everyone. 4 people getting their achievement badge. Well, that's really good. I'm really pleased. Fantastic work, everyone. Right, so that event will be a public event from next week, and we'll do all of the badges, all 11. Yeah, Yoko's got it already. Yeah, so some people already had it. That's true. So yeah, next week, next Thursday, we will start from scratch. Today's was a test event, and it went fine. So next week will be public on the calendar. John Hepplewhite says, "Enjoy your weekend, everyone. I'm off tomorrow." Yeah, Paul Hay would have liked a finish line and someone to interview him at the end. You only get that with me in real life, Paul. Unless you want to come on Zoom, we could do Zoom and we could have a finish line with an interview at the end. That would work. Yeah, only in real life though, generally. So we're done here. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoyed that. Do you know what? Let's just walk it out. Let's walk out to 7k. Why not? Just because. I say Yoko says thank you, Stephen, and all. Yeah, so I'm just going to walk it out to 7 kilometres just to round up the numbers for the day. Actually, if I round up the numbers for the day, I did 4.2 this morning, didn't I? So actually, I only need to go to 6.8 to round it to 11k. But oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, 6.8. Yeah, but I'll go to 7. What the heck? I'm just a crazy guy. So if you've never run in New York before, it really is nice. Those big sky roads are really good to run on. Will be, good evening, Stephen. Is this why this event was not showing on my ZCA? Yes, Will. I made a mistake. It was supposed to be a public event, but I didn't realise the club's feature in Zwift is still in beta, and so a lot of us still don't know how it works properly. Me, for example. So I set up this event in my club, and I made it so there's a little tab that says make it so that anyone can join with the link. I just assumed that meant it goes in the public calendar, and so it was in my calendar, so I assumed it was available for everyone to see. But apparently not. Only people who are in my club could see it in the calendar. And if members of the public, if the general population of Zwift wanted to join, they had to have the link. I did post the link in Zwift Runners, but it was a bit too late, and it's, people feel, if it's not in the calendar, they feel awkward about joining these things. So I reached out to HQ and I said, can we put it in the proper calendar? So from next week, it will be, Sean is sorting it out for me at Zwift HQ, and it will be in the public calendar from next week so everyone can watch. But Will B, you should probably be in my club anyway, shouldn't you? I would have thought. I should send you an invite. Paul Deering, stage 8 tomorrow. Probably, yes, Paul. Stage 8 tomorrow. Just walking up to the 7 kilometre marker, and we'll be done. There it is, look. Bouncing at me. There we are. 7 kilometres done. 11.2 for the day. Just to add to my target. Right, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Thanks for the chat on YouTube and Facebook. Well done for taking part, and brilliantly well done those 4 people who got the achievement badge who didn't have it before. Very good indeed. Right, we're off. We will see you tomorrow. Friday for Stage 8 Tour de Zwift. Let's just do that now while we're here. So we go into events, and events. Come on, events, and then we'll scroll through to tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Do you know what? I know 7 o'clock is probably more viewer friendly, isn't it? But I'm going to go for 6 because I just like to get finished early. And let's do, what's the long run? The long run is 9k. Why not? So Stage 8 Tour de Zwift long run tomorrow. There we go. We're all booked in. 6 p.m. UK time, Magna. So 7 p.m. Central European time. Right, Will be. You'll have to let me know what your name is in Zwift, though. Is it just Will B? What is your name in Zwift? Oh yeah, and there's World Cancer tomorrow as well. And also, just to point out, a big running channel on in the UK here, the Running Channel, which has like 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. They are running a series of runs as well, which I might get involved in. So look out for the Running Channel's events. There we are, look, right before... so in fact it's 6 o'clock with Sarah. Mind you, will Sarah be running that actually in person? Because there was one tonight. No, she's not going to be there, is she? She's not actually going to be running it. Look, she can't run all those runs. Sarah's workout, run with us, Sarah's workout, but Sarah won't actually be there, will she? That's a shame. I don't like those kind of things. It's like you're kind of hoping that you're going to run with the person, but you're not, are you? You're not actually running with the person. Okay, let me do it now. Let me do it now. So, FMR. Right, look, I'll show you this. So, this is my club. So I go to the clubs tab here, look. And then I'm a member of MHG, FMR and ZLDR. So let's go into FMR. And then I can go to roster. And I can go to add. And then I can type in Will B. And we'll see what comes up. See, I haven't got anything coming up there. Let's just type in Will B again here. No, so there's nobody called Will B actually in the club. And Will, W-I-L-L, B. Right, you're not there. You're not there, Will. Should I do it with... Let's just type in like that and see what we get. Will R, Noble Pro. Got Will R. Willie Grider. William Pridden. Right, you're going to have to get back to me, Will, because I can't find you in Zwift. Unless you reply really quick. I'll give you 20 seconds. Will, W space B. Hang on then. W space... Is that what you mean? W space B? Hold on, let me try again. Steve Milne, he says, late to the party tonight. I don't know how to join the FMI club either. Right, hang on, I'll get you as well. I'll have to do this later because I can't find you at the moment, Will. Will B, Scotland. Is it Will B, Scotland? I'm going to invite you anyway. Right, I've invited somebody called Will B. Let's see what happens. Right, Steve Milne. Steve, you've got an invite as well. Okay. You have successfully invited Steve Milne to the club. There you go. You're in. I think I've got it, Will. I think I've got you. Right. We're off now. We're not going to mess around anymore. That's it from us. Okay. Take care, everyone. Steve Milne and Will Be are now in the club, and we'll see you all tomorrow for Stage 8 Tour de Zwift. Take care. Good night.